Russia continues its nonstop assault on Ukraine, even as peace talks to end the war continue. 7 dead in the latest Russian aerial attack on Kyiv. The targets, the nation's energy infrastructure. As for that peace deal, it appears that Ukraine is willing to move forward, but less clear what Russia will do. Scripps News White House correspondent Haley Bowl is live for us on the North Lawn. And Haley, we understand the president is now directing his team on negotiating an end to the war. What does that effort look like, and where do things stand at this hour?
Well, now the president is touting what he calls tremendous progress towards the efforts to end the war between Russia and Ukraine. The president announcing he's directing Special Envoy Steve Witkoff to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow, and the Secretary of the Army Dan Driscoll to meet with the Ukrainians. The president writing on True Social, quote, "I look forward to hopefully meeting with President Zelenskyy and President Putin soon, but only when the deal to end this war is final or in its final stages." Now, the president says the initial U.S. drafted plan has been fine-tuned with input from both sides in his message, with a few remaining points of disagreement. The White House press secretary earlier said some of the details that required sorting were not insurmountable, but would require further talks. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy today indicating that he wants to discuss some of the more sensitive points with President Trump. Until this all comes after the administration had quietly worked on drafting an initial 28-point plan. That plan initially received concern and criticism from some U.S. lawmakers and European allies over their view of its weight towards the Russians in this. But we have seen that tone appear to shift as the refining of this document, as the talks have continued over the past several days. A top Ukrainian official noted that they had reached what they called a, quote, common understanding on key terms of the agreement. U.S. officials, of course, met with Ukrainian officials in Geneva over the weekend, as European allies have had a flurry of meetings and conversations after Driscoll met with the Ukrainians last week, and we are told engaged with Russian counterparts today. There is really a sense of positivity coming from the White House as we are seeing these efforts move forward. Dell, an administration official, tells us they believe this has been as positive as it's ever been. And one of the reasons for that is because they believe the points have been able to have been more defined. And the president certainly echoing that sense earlier today. Listen.
And we're working on that final war. It's not easy, but I don't know. I think we're going to get there. 25,000 soldiers, Ukraine, Russia. In the last month, 25,000 soldiers have died. So I think we're getting very close to a deal. We'll find out. I thought that one would have been gone quicker. We did 8. I thought that would have been an easier one, but I think we're making progress.
But Dell, some of the points of the refined proposal, that remains unclear still today, and how the Russians are viewing this particular document going forward. Dell, all this as Russia continued its assault against Ukraine overnight, including on civilian and energy infrastructures, including in Ukraine's capital city of Kyiv.
Scripps News White House correspondent Haley Bowl for us live on the North Lawn. Haley, thank you very much.